Yeah, yo. Welcome to episode 35. Is it 35 or 33 or 34? I don't know. It's some 30 something. Welcome to the Friday podcast. It's an unreleased track.
I ain't easily influenced by the people that surround me. People that surround me. I ain't easily influenced by the people that surround me. People that surround me. I ain't easily influenced. I'd rather not get locked up, stabbed or boxed up. Make love not war, so enjoy your products. I don't wanna have to turn your hook grain to sawdust. Diamonds to rubber, girlfriends to all us. If you give her option, you will be watching her leave. Unless we don't influence her, she probably a G. But you ain't, you should dip spending like a saint. Thought I meant to say pimp, but really I ain't. Pour me up another drink. My brother D driver, Corona Dos Equis, Cuatro Locos, Budweiser. Esta es una fiesta de locos. Yeah, party for the ladies that be riding big Mercedes. Oh yeah, and my favorite mines and Hondas with babies. Get your hustle on, lady. Ignore them hating. It ain't worth levitating. Love God for the making. I'll be back in a second. I'm taking. I ain't faking. I ain't never faking. I ain't easily influenced by the people that surround me. People that surround me. I ain't easily influenced by the people that surround me. People that surround me.
I made this song in response to Drake saying I'm easily influenced by the people around me.
I ain't never faking, never put a front. I'd rather chill with my son and ball hard and stunt. Yeah, I might hit the mall, get numbers from bras. Nice and I play with heart, so I'll text her call. And I'm more attracted to a lady when she home, not crazy. Rather chill with a celibate than mess with an elephant. You know the ones that keep that trunk up in their mouth. Let's talk and smoke a blunt, fly up in the clouds. I ain't even trying to fuck you, girl, you should be proud. I see your BFF, she dressed looking for crowds. I see your homeboy looking like a billboard. Does he work for Krazy or is he just that boy? Oh Lord, can they do this done? Just cause they hear a drum, now they gotta come. I ain't easily influenced by the people that surround me. Niggas jam me, yeah, I check my manners, and all day I miss homie David Banner. Smoking green hoe, trying to stay out the
Slam up.
Lane. Have you heard about the killer of the nonsense? He's the process, no longer dumb and heartless. Amen. God bless. I know that life is full of stress. One of my vices, my prices. God give access. Herbal alternatives. One at one with the earth, but against the world since before my birth. Just like you, I fart in a bird. I ain't trying to be Joe Cool. You either love me for myself or we can't be cool. Spit till I drool. What's the deal with it, fool? You need to slow down instead of trying to break all the rules.
And I also showed this song. If you're from D-Town, then you know who DSR is. I showed this to George Lopez up at T-Town. Yo, he didn't even play the whole track. Me and my homeboy, well, he was my homeboy at the time.
I ain't easily influenced by the people that surround me. I ain't easily influenced. Boy, stop.
Man, I took that shit from Big Boy. Boy, stop. Yeah, me and this dude named Lil Krazy, right? And this is dude who was kind of crazy, and you know he taught me a couple things. You know, he kind of bummed and stayed with me when I was staying at my uncle's place for a while. He's one of those people that can real smooth talk you into helping them out, right? So this cat, apparently I had met him at Hollywood, movie theaters, whenever I was working at Hollywood, and he knew that I rapped or some shit, right? Apparently, so when I was working at Levine's, I wasn't living in my parents' house no more. I was staying with my uncle. And a couple of my boys, actually the producer, Louis, him and somebody else, they're like, hey, there's this guy here that says he knows. His welcome is wore out very quickly after a few days. So my uncle said it was cool, right? Now this one time, that boy Lil Krazy, he was like, yo, let me borrow your car. I'm gonna hook up with this chick from the internet. I'll bring your car back for lunch when you're on lunch. I was like, all right. I trust him. Why? I don't know. whenever you're not living with your parents, sometimes people take advantage of you. And you gotta be aware. So anyway, first time he took advantage of me. It was my lunch break at Levine's. This fool did not show up. I had an hour lunch. He came 30 minutes late. I'm like, bruh, what the fuck, man? He's like, oh, my bad. We ended up taking too long. Bro, he fucked this chick that looked like a dude. It's not a bad looking dude, little Krazy, whatever his name was. And he's a melanated dude. Just to give you a picture. And the chick was Hispanic, but she was like this, whatever. And I was like, bro, for real? I was like, now I'm not even hungry. I'm just gonna take a hydrocodone for lunch. I took a hydrocodone for lunch because hydrocodone can kind of like kill your hunger a little bit. At least it did for me in that time. Everybody's different. And depending on the type of codeine and all that shit, the hydrocodone just depends. I ain't fucking with that shit no more. No more painkillers for me, baby. The only painkiller I need is that CBT. You know, I came into this episode not knowing what I was going to talk about. I know exactly what I'm talking about now. All right. So that was one time. Then another, well, finally I was like, bro, I just need you to, you're going to have to bounce. Now, he taught me two things. A little Krazy did. One thing was about chess. I had played chess before, right? Now I'm 20-something, right? 23 maybe. We played chess. And then he gets to the point, I didn't know you could get your queen back then. So he taught me that, right? He also taught me like to not rush, which is, it can be a bad thing, but it's a good thing in a way that you're always on your time. You know, unless you're going to work and shit, then you're on somebody else's time. But other than that, you're on your own time. No need to rush. You know what I'm saying? Rushing just gets you attention. Speeding, cops, all that shit. Yeah, so he taught me a couple cool things. Now, when I finally was like trying to get rid of him, I bribed him so he could leave. I give him a pair of jeans, a shirt, some shoes. I miss those shoes, man. I miss those jeans, man. But for me at the time, I was like, nigga, oh my bad. I was just like, dude, just take whatever and bounce. But I didn't give him everything. I just gave him a pair of jeans. You know, I wanted to help him out a little bit. But he was trying to take advantage of me. Maybe like a year later, he shows up at my door. He's like, yo, bro. Now, there's one thing about this cat. When we used to kick it, all he would listen to was Gucci Mane. I'm not a big Gucci Mane fan. Right? And then by that time, by 24 and shit, I was already starting to have this awakening. Like, I want to rap for God. Like, I don't want to just do the bullshit I used to do, party shit, you know, gangster shit. I was kind of tired of that shit. So when he said, yo, I know, let's do some rapping shit. I was like, nah, bro. I'm rapping for God now. That's what I told him. I don't want to rap about that shit no more. And I never saw him again. You know, you can learn it. I don't know if I mean, I'm not going to call him a demon, but whenever I told him about God, he kind of just disappeared. Everything happens for a reason, and I know that we were brought into each other's lives to teach each other a couple things. Him to be more chill for me to be more outgoing from him. And also to take the time and shit like that. He introduced me to his friends and stuff. And it was such a long time ago, but not that long ago. So anyway, he also introduced me to George Lopez from Big T. He's one of those dudes that just talk to anybody. You know what I'm saying? A little crazy. So he might have just, you know, just talked to George Lopez, G-Lo from DSR. I met Big Tuck one time at a car show, and I gave my CD, and I dapped him up and stuff. I don't know if he... So there's one song that I feel like that they heard from my CD, DSR, and they might have got like an idea from it. Cause I had this one song called "Rollin', Rollin', Rollin', Shorty, make that thing drop. Rollin', 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 Shorty, make that thing pop. Rollin', Rollin', Rollin'. I'ma smoke it till I drop." Something like that, right? And on that song, I'll talk about rolling blunts. I'll talk about booties rolling, all that shit, right? It was on that CD I gave Tuck. And later on, Tum Tum had this song where he's like, "Rolling, rolling, rolling." I'm like, and that could be a coincidence. It could be a total coincidence, but he might have just used my line for that, my song for that line, which is cool, whatever. Um, he, so that's that. One time, if with local rappers, there was this group called Too Cold Syndicate, and one of their dudes was like freestyling against me on MySpace or Facebook or something. I don't remember which one it was. And after like I fucking destroyed him, we were like freestyling, like back and forth typing. I fucking destroyed him. And sorry, I started thinking about this other freestyle I had. Freestyle battle with this dude I went to school with who passed away recently. Then it gave me a flashback to episode 1 of the Friday podcast where I was talking about my cousin who had passed away. But he had took his life. I don't know about this cat. I don't know what the deal was. The one from school. I wasn't super close with him, but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. Anyway, so something cool. I don't know if y'all know about the comedians Theo Von and Brendan Schaub. They have a few podcasts. So I became a fan of them, and then I saw Schaub and Fighter and the Kid, and everybody, all the Rogan's peeps. So that, so anyway, King and the Sting, dope, hilarious. They roast each other. They roast people. There was, I always wanted to submit something, but I never really had anything to submit, right? Because it's people submit stuff. So this time I saw Theo Von on Twitter, and he was like, "Yo, send some stuff in. We're trying to get back to the roots of the original, how the show was. We're gonna, rip my drip, flaunt my aunt, punk my unk, shit like that." Debate club. So I had this picture on my phone that I wanted to use as a selfie, but I ended up using it, and I was like, "Yo, this is a good picture." So I'm gonna put it up, right? In my opinion, it's a good picture. And then, so I sent it in, bro. I sent it in like last week, New Year's morning. I wake up because their show comes out every Friday. So I woke up and I watched it. We're halfway through. Who do they show? Your boy. I put my name. And then Nick, shout out to Nick Davis, the real Nick Davis. He was like, he read my little bio thing. It made the boys laugh. It brought stories out of them. It brought a story from all of and they kind of roasted me lightly. You know what I'm saying? They could have been really hard in the paint if they wanted to, but it wasn't too bad. I felt honored. It was unreal. Surreal. So check that out. King and the Sting, number 102. It was a very special episode. I feel like there was no culture corner. Theo wasn't there. He was online. But Theo and Brendan really connected on their dad both their dads had 9 fingers. So they're like 9-finger dad. 9-finger dads. Also, Theo was in a good mood. Sometimes he's not. You know what I'm saying? It was pretty good. It was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? Check that shit out. I enjoyed it. Maybe next time I'll send in a debate club or King It or Sting It. I was going to do one at the laundromat. King It or Sting It laundromats. And I was going to say, because at the laundromat that I go to, man, I wasted like $5 in quarters in the little slot machines. Because they got slot machines. They got the ching. They got all that shit. That's a hood ass laundromat. That's what I need to put on there. But it gets embarrassing when you're in there and to record yourself and shit. Especially when there's people around. So I need to go there one day when there's not that many people and record myself. King or the Stinger laundromat. Because cool stuff can happen at laundromat. But they're also interesting places. I used to hate the laundromat as a kid. I fucking hated it. Because me and my sister and my mom, we used to go to one that was like, I just didn't like it. It was boring. No air. They had one game, Pac-Man. Like back in the day, man, they didn't have all this bullshit they got now. They got arcades and all kinds of shit. These kids are lucky. Usually I wash here, but my wash is out of commission, like I talked about before. Oh, I caught a mute at the motherfucking wash. That shit was dope. Today I'm recording this on Monday. It's not gonna come out till Friday, but today was my first day back at work after the vacation. It was pretty cool, not too bad. I was kind of excited to go back, a little dreadful, but pretty excited. Got to see some friendly faces, and you know, it's a little bit kind of cool going back to normalcy. Just saw a Blue Jay. But it's fun, you know, like we didn't do too much because the students weren't there. It was just teachers and teacher assistants. So it was a pretty chill day. Tomorrow the chaos begins. Such an interesting time, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, they were showing us these numbers of like scores and stuff. And kids nowadays, a lot of kids, there's not a lot of readers. I used to love to read. Kids used to love to read. They used to have those. I didn't have to take the AR test, but my sister did, and a lot of people I know took those AR tests. I think that's what it was, AR, where you have to read the book and take a little test, and you get another book on another level. However, I used to love to read. I had all the Goosebumps and shit. Shout out to Sleepy J, because he used to give me, I bought all his Goosebumps and shit, man. And we working on something to get, like, yo, man, it's weird how life works. I'm so glad he came down here to Dallas. We got an EP coming out soon. It's mixed. Yo, it's fire. 5 fire-ass tracks. 1 featuring Sleepy. The other 4 just me. 2 verses on each track. You know what I'm saying? We left the 3-verse format behind. Most people don't listen that much. 3 verses are kind of long. Like if you go to my YouTube page, all my old songs, 3 verses. But these new ones, just 2. Fire. I'm saying, man, it's fire. All right, let me take a quick break. We'll go to the. Trying to find what's going to get no. Yo, I got that one on YouTube different. I didn't finish that 3rd verse, but it's like a whole beat.
When I sit back and think about it,
my whole life's a blessing.
Caffeine pills and trees
keep me from the stressing.
Codeine too expensive, it's good, but I ain't sweating. Alcohol had me crazy, like I'm surprised I wasn't naked. Wish I had more custom rights,
but he knows that I love him. Go hard like concrete, asphalt, love the street. Allow for the late night cruising, flowing to the beat. Allow for the swish of sweets and all the sweet flowers. Have you ever looked at ants and noticed plants are like towers? Trees are probably never ending, or maybe they know the reason we all grow. Probably not their life goals. With no evil influence, just survive, work, and fuck. Life as a duck. When I want, take a swim in the swan in the pond like a pig. I ain't gonna lie, I'm super hot, but admit it'd be a trick. Or maybe life as a lion, king of the jungle, down to rumble. Well, despite our mental weakness, I'm blessed to be a human. We're all actors on the stage like I'm Jim Carrey. Thank God for everything in Jesus Christ's name. We wouldn't understand if it wasn't for pain. Thank you, Lord. Yo, y'all see that shit?
But I ain't crazy. But I ain't crazy.
I forgot where it was where they said amen and a women. Even though amen means so be it or something like that. It's nothing to do with gender. Yeah, they going so far with that bullshit. It's crazy. It's funny though. Yo, there was this picture that it showed a dude sitting down right on a toilet, and it says we should get more men to pee sitting down so that it could be more accepting of transgenders or something. And I was like, man, look at that. I showed my cousin, and he was like, man, to be honest with you, my mom always told me that peeing sitting down was the best. I was like, well, when you think about it, when you pee standing up into the toilet, it's always gonna splash, no matter what. That's why every time I go pee somewhere, be it somebody's house, at work, there's gonna be and whether it's your urine or it's the toilet water, it's either one is gonna be like it's gonna splatter. And you don't want people thinking that you're pissed, so I always get like extra like tissue and clean that shit up. Also wipe the seat and shit. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody does that shit. Don't be like that. That's gross. Nobody likes that shit. Let's see. So I caught a mule, King and the Sting, ripped my drip. I love y'all for that. We're on, I don't know, 30 something of the Friday podcast. We're on like 36 of the iPod. Music coming soon. Old tracks loaded up on YouTube. Yo, we coming into 2021 strong, baby. You know what I'm saying? And everybody that's been riding with me, I'm gonna make y'all proud. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get these numbers up. Y'all gonna be the true diehard fans from the beginning. That was gonna be like, yo, before he had all those subscribers and shit, I was there. And he was still putting the face mask on his head and shit for the sweat. And he said it was like a bra for your face and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They're gonna be like, we been there. You know, a lot of these podcasts get into like 300s and shit. And I mean, we're gonna keep going as long as I can keep going. I love y'all.
This one's for the good times.
Yeah.
This one's for the bad. This one's for
all of the times that we always wish we had. Good times. This one's for the bad. So I'm probably gonna leave it at that because I got some food coming soon. Black, white, brown, and blue. All the things we redo. Equal while we struggle different ways. Wish for the better days. So we equal in that manner. Some families in the slammer. I ain't had the real shit, so I had to make a jammer. Bitch, I'm living in the future. Thinking with the rooster. Actually, it's better to live in the present. If you live in the future, you're